Hi guys, so I find myself between two tables today so that I can show you that it is beneficial to get light work and not just getting deep work to get results out of massage. Okay, so this client here wants light work, but she presents neck pain, back pain, elbow pain. This client here prefers deep work, and he also presents with back pain, neck pain, and elbow pain. So how are we gonna fix the pain of two clients presenting with the same pain? One wants light and one wants deep work. Because I have several clients who only want light work. If I were to go too deep on them, they would not come back to me again, because I need to listen to what my client wants. I need to give my client what they want. I find myself today betwixt two tables. I find myself betweenst two clients. Oh, that sounds dirty.
It does.
That sounds dirty.
Okay.
Okay.
Suddenly took a bad turn.
I am here today in the center of two very different people. Why am I between two tables today? All right, so your client has neck pain and they want deep work. Your other client has neck pain and they want light work. How do we do that? I'm going to show you two different ways. I'm going to show you the light work that's just as effective, and I'm going to show you the deep work. So we're going to start. I've got massage butter on my hands because massage butter provides a fantastic glide for doing deep tissue work. So the area has already been warmed up. You always want to warm up the area before you start going in deep. Resting, using a lobster grip, resting my fingers on his right side, my left, getting the thumbs on the occipital ridge, bringing down, stretching out all the suboccipitals. This hand is in a loose fist. I'm applying, I would say, at least 70% of my pressure. Okay? How do we relieve neck pain on a client who wants light work? So for clients who want light work, yes, there's hope. We can fix you in a comfortable way. I'm now switching over to an oil. You can also use a cream or a lotion. Body butter, massage body butter tends to give, it's like a real grip. So the glide is not as smooth. So switch to oil, lotion, or cream, whatever your preference is. Using a lobster claw again, I'm gently grabbing and pulling up, grabbing and pulling up. And I'm only using, I would say, about 40% pressure. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being deep work, this is about a 4. And again, not applying too much pressure. I am making sure to loosen up all the suboccipitals. And again, just because it's light pressure, you guys, it doesn't mean you don't warm up the area first. So stretching. Opposing stretch. So my right hand, this one, is pushing down on the shoulder. My left hand is hooked under the occipital ridge, and I'm going in the opposing direction. It's gentle, it's not deep work, but it's effective. Now you can get really creative here, you guys. Remember, you're using an oil, so you've got a more slippery glide. Again, 40%, 30% pressure. We want this client to come back. We don't want to do deep work and scare them. They've asked for light work. We'll give them what they ask for, not what I think she needs. I can feel things in her neck that I know I could fix if I really dug in there, but that's not what she ordered. It's like you're in a restaurant. You order chicken, they bring you steak. What are you gonna do? You're gonna complain. You're never gonna go back to that restaurant again, right? Bringing her head up, stretching it out, How's that pressure?
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm just very gently doing circular motions. Light work gets a bad rap, I think, because there's a whole market of clients out there who don't want deep work, they're not comfortable with it, but they still want to get a massage. So make sure you give them what they order. Be respectful of what your client is asking for. So along with hot and cold therapy, which is basically switching a heating pad 20 minutes on, then throwing an ice pack on immediately after for 20 minutes, and then repeating that process over and over again so that you get at least 4 rotations of the heat and the cold. That really helps a lot. This client wants deep work, okay? So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna start by, it's not just about the tendons at the elbow, you guys. It's about bicep, tricep, warming everything up first. And I'm using body butter for that really stiff, sticky, slow glide. And we're warming up everything from the shoulder to the elbow. And I'm doing deep effleurage, I guess you would call this. I'm picking up the muscle, I'm squeezing it, and I'm releasing it. So I'm picking up the muscle with my lobster claw, I'm squeezing it, and I'm releasing it. So we loosen, shake, 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 and we're going in deep. We're separating the muscle fibers, we're pulling them in opposing direction. Okay, so I'm splitting the fibers in opposite directions. Keep breathing and tell me if it's too deep. Tell me if it's too deep, okay?
Okay.
Okay. You would continue with that. You could also work on it when he's turned the other way. So, what happens when a client comes in presenting with elbow tendonitis, but they don't want deep work, they don't like it? Hi, are you my next client? Oh, bye-bye. So with oil on my hands, cream, lotion, whatever your jam is, we're gonna do, shake it out, make sure everything's loose. On a scale of 1 to 10, this is probably a 4. Now I'm doing the same movements that I did on my deep client, but I'm holding back on the amount of pressure that I'm applying. It's very gentle, it's very slow, it's isolated work right in the area that I need it to be, but I'm really thinking to myself, don't go deep, even though I might want to, because that's what comes naturally. This is how you listen to your clients. Even if you think they could benefit from different kind of work, from a different kind of work, you do what the client ordered. So, keeping the arms straight up, muscle up, nice and slow. And we're going to do that all around the joint. Okay, so elbow up in the palm of my hand. As the arm comes down, I simultaneously move my thumb up. And so this is not an active stretch, this is just a passive movement. And again, we're pulling the muscle fibers in opposing directions, but it's about the amount of pressure we're applying. To do the inside of the elbow, I like to kind of do the same thing. So elbow or arm straight up. On the inside of the elbow, we're going to gently place our thumb right on the capsule of the joint. And as I stretch it out, I'm going to move straight up. Now this is a very tender area. So we're dealing with two things here that we need to keep in mind. Not only is this a tender area, but our client does not want deep work. Okay, so really pay attention to your pressure here. Keep it nice and light. And I wouldn't go any further towards the armpit because it gets very uncomfortable. And just nice and gently, we're letting the muscle relax and working it at the same time. Okay. Again, she only wants light work. How can we do light work and it still be effective, you ask? Well, because it can. You're still getting to the fascia, okay? We're still stretching out the fascia. But what we want to do is respect the fact that we're not going to get down into the deeper layers of the muscle tissue, okay? We're staying on the surface. Basically, when people want light work, you can still do your effleurage, okay? You can still do your petrissage. You're just being mindful of the pressure that you're using. You can even still do friction. But instead of going in, you're staying on the surface. It can be just as effective to the person who doesn't want deep work. Nice and loose. Stabilize your thumbs and go in the direction of the muscle tissue, the muscle fibers. And control your pressure. I find it more discipline oriented to give a light massage because I have to be constantly on top of my game with the amount of pressure I'm delivering, whereas when I do deep work, I can just go full bore and let it flow. So this is actually more challenging for me to do the light massage, and I don't mind that. All right, so for my deep client, I'm gonna get some butter. And by the way, you guys, I order this butter from Rebel Massage. Look at that. It's so silky soft. So it's got mango butter in it, I think, shea, coconut oil. I think her binder is tapioca starch, but it's just beautiful. This is the Christmas concoction, so it's peppermint and cardamom. I'm gonna put a link down below of where you can order this. She makes it herself. She makes it for you when you order it, so it's always fresh. And I love the grip that you get with this. So again, client comes in with back pain. They've had a lot of experience with massage. They want deep work. So what do? We're gonna use our table as our tool. And I'm gonna brace my leg into the table so that when I do my lunge, I'm using the power of the table to help me leverage myself into my moves. Now, when I was doing light work, I was not leaning into my table. And I can switch legs and I can lean into my table. I'm literally pressing my thigh into the table. My other foot is back here and it's actively pushing into the floor at the same time so I can get more leverage. So use that table. It's there for you to use.
And the answer is no. He is not done.
Now he's working off his food. I find myself in a quagmire today.
Quagmire.
Okay.